Okay, went out today, got another sheet of foam, so it's time to start bringing the train out into the farm area. And yes, I know I have this open here. It's actually going to be a road tunnel where a road's going to come in here, and then you're going to see it come out here, but it's going to kind of indicate going out of town. So that is intentional. But going to start getting set up to so we can get this put in so we can set up the farm. Okay, I really think I'm at a point now where I need to go ahead and redo the wiring here. So I kind of got it started. What's happening is my Bachman, my GP40 Bachman, is coming through and is running along fine until it gets over into there. And then once it gets into that section right there, it just loses all power all along in there. So I run my Kato, my SD40-2, and it of course runs right through the whole thing just fine, backs up and everything. So I really think it's the power, because like I said, this whole track from there, let me focus it a little bit better, from there where that break is right there, all the way down this side right here, all the way back or in the back, all the way around the loop right here, all the way up here, all of this, up into here, all of this, up into here, both of these curves right here, up into here, all of the industrial area sidings, all the way around up here, come up the loop, all the way up here, around here into this siding, and then over into here is all powered off of one feeder right there. That's it. So I think I'm getting to the point over here where there's just not enough juice being pushed this far into the track, because that's good. Oh jeez, I don't even know how many feet of track altogether is powered in there. And you know, I read in that Easy Model Railroad wiring book that he drops feeders every 5 to 6 feet. I don't think I need that because I'm only running one train per track. So I don't think I need that many feeders. But I think I'm at a point now where I'm going to have to drop a feeder over here, because I just don't think it's pushing enough power that far away from the one lone feeder. So I already got the bus wire, as you may remember, is already run. I went ahead and capped off that end, and I went ahead and already hooked it up here to the controller. So I'm ready to start hooking up the feeders. I also went ahead and already disconnected the terminal block there and got rid of the telephone line, and went ahead and cut these to where these are going to be the feeders that are going to tap into the bus right there. So that's what I'm going to do now, so I can get power back to at least what I had power to before. Okay, well, I went ahead and hooked up the main power over there, my only feeder so far, to the bus line, or the bus wire. Like I said, I eliminated all that underneath there and ran the bus. There's the bus going into the table. And went ahead and just hooked up the only feeder I have into it. And my Bachman over here is running much better. So I just took it across the bridge and took it all the way over to the end of that section of track right there. Of course, it did kind of stall out on it a little bit backing up, but I think the bridge might be dirty, so I just may need to clean that track. I still think I'm going to go ahead and drop a feeder over there, just so I know I have sufficient power over there for the rest of the layout that's going to be all over on this side. So we're almost complete with the main line. Getting closer and closer. But here, let me show you what going on. Of course, now it's kind of a little bit different, but I'll show you the difference between the two locomotives. I'll show you the Bachman GP40 first, which, like I said, is now running a whole lot better over it. I think I'm just getting a better signal with the thicker bus wire. So let me show you what it's doing here real quick. Oops, stepping on my trains over here. Had to pull things out from underneath the table to be able to do this or hook up the bus wire. So yeah, see, I think it's the bridge, but yeah, it's definitely running a lot better than it was before. So I'm a lot happier with it, but I'm gonna try cleaning up that bridge and see if that helps any, because it's a used bridge. So here, let's just for giggles, I'll show you what the Kato's doing. Of course, now it should be doing a whole lot better too with the stronger signal. Whoops. Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, right over the bridge. Yeah, it's definitely a much stronger signal. I can tell the light is brighter. It's traveling a whole lot faster. I got to kind of pull it back a little bit. And the Bachman is even running stronger over in this section than it was before. So I guess, yeah, having a thicker bus wire definitely made a big difference. Yeah, this bridge is quite dirty. So we're going to get this cleaned up. And I'm going to go ahead and change those couplers. I'm sorry, those couplers. Those rail joiners, so it's all new, because that side already has new ones over there on the track. So we're going to go ahead and put new ones on these and get this cleaned up. And I think that'll make a big difference. I'm still going to get a feeder on it, though, because I think this should be a good spot for a feeder. Okay, got the bridge cleaned up, and the track definitely cleaned up pretty well, actually. I was really surprised. I gave the whole thing, the whole bridge, a good soap and water bath with a toothbrush, and then went over it with one of those Scotch-Brite scrub pads, and it cleaned up really good. And I replaced the rail joiners on this side with brand new ones. They're definitely a much snugger fit. Actually, both rails on both ends are lining up a lot better than they were before. So let's go ahead and give this a run and see how it does now. I guess we'll go ahead and start with the Kato, because that's what's already on the track. So it's up first. Effortlessly. I think the Bachman's going to do a lot better too now that that bridge is clean. But let's bring this one back and put the Bachman on and see what happens. Okay, the Bachman GP40's on deck. Let's give it a go. Big difference in speed, I'll tell you that much. Yep, much better. And I haven't even put a feeder up there yet. This is all still being run off of one feeder wire. I still think I'm going to put one on there just so I know I have good power through it all. Alright, well, I guess we're in business. I should have, hopefully I got another check coming tomorrow. So it'll be my last check for the summer. So I'm going to try and get my hands on a couple of turnouts so I can go ahead and start setting up that area right there. That's going to be the intermodal yard. Then once I get the intermodal yard done, of course, it's only going to be a 2 or 3 track intermodal yard. It's not going to be a big one. It's going to be a small one, but, you know, hey, it's going to be there. Once I get that done, and then I come over here, and then the mine's going to get set up here, and then we link back over to the main line over there, and the whole main line for the freight will be done. And once I get it done, I'll go ahead and give you a full tour of the layout. Okay, I did some rearranging and reconfiguration or configuring here. I got rid of TBA2, put that over there. That's going to be my fire department. And I moved the scrap yard and junkyard from here to here and decided I'm going to put my transfer station and my intermodal yard, just a small intermodal yard here. Nothing really big. I originally was going to have the intermodal yard over there, and then it was going to come out of the farm area. That was going to come over here, and it was going to have a 3-track intermodal yard. Then it was going to go over this way to the mine over there, and then circle back around and connect, and it would be the main line would be done. But I wasn't digging the transfer station over there. I really was not liking the way it was coming out with the intermodal yard there. So I decided I was going to bring it over here. This is fine. This is good enough for me. The road's going to be out here, so I still have all that space there for an intermodal yard and just basically a transfer station, really. So I reconfigured downtown a little bit because I added all the houses for the suburbs and kind of tentatively where they're going to be. So I had to kind of redo downtown because I wasn't having enough room for any buildings, and I still have some more structures that I need. So I moved everything around enough to where it left me a space here in the middle for one more block to go right there, and then I can throw maybe a business on that side of the city hall. I don't know. We'll see. But this is it now. This is the new and improved, I guess, industrial area. Now all I got to do is tomorrow I hopefully should have one more check coming. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and grab 2 more pieces of this foam, and that should be enough to get me over there and at least get to where I can get the main line finished. I may not have the turnouts and the sidings and everything set for the mine yet. Of course, that's not where the mine's going to be. That's just where I set it just to get it out of the way for now. But I can at least get it set into place and at least get the track into place until I can get the turnouts. But we're coming along here. We're definitely getting there. Pan of everything. My farm was filled up, but man, that farm is really empty now. That's how close I am to having a mainline loop finished. That close. I decided to make a change. I wasn't liking the way this was coming out here as far as an underground road. So I decided I was just going to go ahead and cut it off and put 2 bridges together to make one bridge. And let's go ahead and span that gap. And now this down here is going to be like a big city park. So that was changed. I kind of like it better anyhow, so I'm happy with it. So I also went out today and got 2 more pieces or sheets of the foam, so I can go ahead and start getting the last of the loop done. I don't have any turnouts. I can check and see if I can maybe piece some together with the broken ones that I have, but I'm out of turnouts. I may not be able to totally set up the mine. So even if I can only get a turnout a week, it'd take me a month to set up the mine, but hey, it is what it is. But I'm going to go ahead and get this area set up. I'm going to get rid of all the scrap pieces and go ahead and put regular layers of foam there and start getting the track, see if I can at least get this loop finished up. I also did buy an incline decline starter set so I can start raising the track up over there to come around another loop and to connect there. But that one's actually going to go through a tunnel. It's not going to be an open loop like this one. It's actually going to go into a tunnel, so you won't see a portion of the loop. But see if I can get this main line finished up. I really, really want this whole main line running. I can put a train on it and just run it. And then if I need to go back to the yard for anything, I can go back to the yard and come around. And it's just kind of a pain in the butt to have to back. Because especially over here, now that I'm over here, if I got to, like, for example, I need to dump my scrap car. But in order to do that, I would have to back it up all the way around the entire track, through all of the turnouts in the industrial area, and back down. Well, actually, no, it would only have to go to there now. I forgot the scrapyard just moved. Okay. So, but still, that's a lot of backing up, but it's not as much as I thought it would be, but still, it's kind of a pain to have to do that, so we're not going to. So, we're just leaving piles laid around. We're telling the residents we'll come back and get them as soon as we finish the loop and can get that load done. Hey, train nerds, what can you say? Alright, I think I've gone as far as I can go for today. I already need more foam. I've gone through both sheets that I bought, except I do have a couple of long strips, but they're kind of skinny and doesn't do me any good here because it's all wide area now. So I did get these cut instead of pieces in here. I got 3 full sheets on here, so that's definitely going to work a lot better for me, I think. Just need to start working on some terrain there, but that comes later. Got the track started elevating up here because I need to bring it up. I'm running a 3% grade here instead of a 2 because I need to bring it up a little bit higher, a little bit faster than I did over there for that loop. I don't have quite as long a distance, so I need to bring it up fairly quickly. And yes, I know that's going to be tough on it, but I have faith in my locomotives. I believe that will do it. If not, I'll run 2 locomotives if I have to. But I am really, really close to having this full main line hooked up and running. All I got to do is just finish this loop right here to where it comes to the mine that's going to be right about in here, and then bring it over here and connect it to that, and we are good to go. Okay, went up a couple more levels. I think I'm gonna call it a night there. It's getting kind of late, and I've been working on this for a couple hours now. So, getting the tunnel started. That's going to be a tunnel going in there, and then it's going to be coming out somewhere around in here, probably somewhere around in here maybe. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But this is rising up to where the mine is going to be, and then linking to the main line over there, and the whole freight main line will be done. Yeah, I had a little problem over there. I knocked a couple cars over with the foam. But there's the mine area in the mountain. Taking shape, sort of. Alright, went out again today and picked up 2 more pieces of foam, which kind of brings me to a point that I want to make here. This foam here, this extruded polystyrene foam, is far superior to this beaded foam in every way. There's no question, hands down, indubitably, indeed, whatever phrase you want to put in there, this foam is far, far superior. But if you are going to use this foam as your main source of terrain and building up levels, it's going to get very pricey. I have, well, 10 pieces of foam, maybe a little bit more, but I'm figuring maybe about 10 pieces of foam at $23 a pop. So as you can imagine, there's $230 of foam on this layout. And I don't even have a main line fully complete yet. Don't even have all my terrain finished up yet, and haven't even started the terrain for my passenger line yet. So it's pricey. I mean, it really is. It's worth it because the way you work with it and the way you can build it up, and the ease of working with it and cutting it and shaping it, and it doesn't make a mess like the other one. I mean, it makes a mess, don't get me wrong, it makes a mess, but it doesn't make a mess like this stuff does. This stuff leaves, as some of you probably already know, those little white beads that stick to everything, and they get everywhere. This gets little shavings and little pieces get everywhere, but they don't really necessarily stick to everything, and they're not flying all over the place, and they vacuum up easy, and you brush them away, and it's just a lot easier to work with. But it is pricey. So fair warning on that before you know, if you're just getting into this or just starting or whatever, fair warning, if you're going to go with the extruded foam as your terrain, be patient and be prepared to come out of pocket for it because it is not cheap. All right, 6 levels above the base foam. I think I'm going to go up one more, and then I think that'll be good to start setting up the mine area and connect the main line. Okay, well, I have made it to the top of this mountain area, top of it anyhow, where I'm going to set up the mine. What I need to do now is go ahead and get that all filled in over there to where it's all even with this level, and then figure out how I'm going to put my turnout in there, and then figure out how I'm going to connect the lines over there and connect to the main line. Okay, got the track all the way up this mountain here. Haven't run a locomotive on it yet because it's not real good yet, so I didn't want to run a locomotive. Of course, I don't have a chance of it falling off the table. It's a good thing. But yeah, see, there's a couple spots that I need to straighten out a little bit more and, you know, get them a little shaped better. But I got it up here, and I think I'm ready to start setting up the mine, and I think I have just enough turnouts left. I have one here that's going to be manual for now, and then I have one here that I had to piece a couple of turnouts together to make it work, but it does work. So I originally wanted the mine to have through tracks under the suggestion of time warp. But I just don't see how I'm going to be able to do that in this amount of space without it looking extremely condensed. So, you know, I'm fine taking it and just backing a couple of tracks into it. I'm cool with that. So I just got this level here. I just need to build this up here to where I can go ahead and start the turnout to get into the mine, and then I need to build all that up back there, and then of course it's going to get built up more around it. So that's what I'm going to do now, is go ahead and build this up so I can start getting that turnout put in. Alright, got the whole area set here where it's going to be. I just need to, I'm going to make a lift out section that goes onto the next level up, so that way I can access this tunnel, because this will be a tunnel. From here around to here will be a tunnel, so I want to be able to access all that track in there, because that's a pretty good amount of track, and I see having some problems in there. But I'll get it all figured out. But got it up, coming around, and got the mine set up where it's going to be tentatively. I decided I'm going to go ahead and put this bridge here. I do have that broken piece that's missing right there. I do have that broken piece. I just need to find it. But I'm going to put that bridge there, and then I have, I believe, the terrain going down to connect the main line. But I'm going to take a break. I've been out here for a while, and it's hot. Quite an elevation. The mine has been set up. 2-track siding there. May go to a 3 eventually. I don't know. I'll decide. Maybe 4 on the outside to the right. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But for now, it's good. Like I said, I did want through tracks in it, but I just don't have enough room for that. So I'm okay backing into it. Now all I have to do is set that bridge and connect the main lines. Okay, got the bridge across there set. Of course, I'll trim it down a little bit more so it looks like it's actually spanning a bigger gorge. Going into the tunnel under there, what's going to be a tunnel, but obviously I'm not going to work on that tonight. So I got the track coming over here to where it meets here, and all I got to do now is connect it to here, and my main line is done. Our main line loop is done. Made it all the way around the layout on the freight main line, the whole thing. It's been a little over 4 months working on this particular layout. It's not my dream layout, but it's pretty darn close. It's a lot closer than what I had before. I think I am considerably happier with this, and I think I'm gonna have a whole lot more fun. I gotta do a little bit of cleaning up before I can try testing a locomotive on it. I've already tested a locomotive on most of it. The only thing I haven't tested is the mountain in the mine area and that final bridge before it finally comes across and connects to the rest of the main line. That's the only area that I haven't tested yet. Everything else has been tested. But there you go. The whole main line loop is finally finished. See if I can give you a panoramic pass of the whole freight line.